Hunting here with HRB Game Outfitters, they're not restricted just to the desert sheep alone. They have Coues deer ranches, mule deer ranches. This is one of their watering holes. We're just checking some track around that, so hopefully this afternoon we'll find a mule deer, lay the smack down on him, and pretty excited to see what this ranch has to offer for sure. It's Sonora, Mexico, 30 degrees in December, and we're mule deer hunting. Meanwhile, it's minus 40 at home, so I'm a happy guy.
Live on the edge, 'cause brother, win or lose, it's all in what you do with the chance you're given. Yeah, through the wind and rain, you feel your heart pounding. You got one shot, what you got? Tell me what's it gonna be? You gotta make the most of this opportunity. If others fail, make sure you succeed on the edge.
The Edge is sponsored by Seek Thermal, Prime Archery, Cabela's, Hornady, Vortex, High Mountain Seasonings, Browning, G5 Outdoors, Stealth Cam, Grizz Targets, Hawk, Jim Bowes Archery, Driving Force, The Enforcer, Plano Field Locker, On the Money, and Outdoor Edge, makers of the sharpest, strongest replacement blade knives.
Buenos dias from Sonora, Mexico. This hunt was a long time coming. This was a big hunt for us, so we're just super stoked to get down here and hunt. We picked HRB Game Outfitters in Hugo for good reason. Just a very trustworthy guy, a family guy. That's the real feel that I got with Hugo, and felt very comfortable in making that decision to come down here and hunt with him.
Mule deer hunt.
Yeah, this is a true Mexican ranch. I mean, it's not just a mule deer lodge. This is an operating, working ranch. So we got cowboys in and out on their horses. You know, obviously very spiritual group of people with churches right here where you can go in solitude and pray. Just rich in culture, really. I mean, right to the fences, you know, hand-built fences. I'm looking at it right now and it looks like a lot of work. So I've hunted mule deer in a lot of different places, but hunting mule deer in Sonora, Mexico here at the ranch shocked me. I thought maybe we'd be spot and stalk, maybe climbing up on some high hills, glassing, and then putting a stalk on. But getting here and seeing the trucks with the high racks, I knew we were in for a high rack hunt. So I've never done this before. Basically, you climb up on this great big tall rack that's in the back of the truck. And that's simply so you can see over all the brush. It is so thick here in the desert. You really can't see more than 50 yards in a lot of spots. So getting up tall, and then you cruise all the ranch roads. And if you see one, yeah, you take a look at them, and if you can get a shot from the high rack, you know, all the power to you, fill your boots kind of thing. They have a very unique way of stopping the driver without yelling, stop, stop, stop. I laughed so hard when I saw this the first time. They literally are tying a rope around the driver's hand as he's rested on the window, and the rope goes out up to the high rack. And if you see a deer, you just pull on the rope. Obviously that jerks his hand, he hits the brakes. You pull on the rope twice, he puts it in reverse and backs up, and then you pull on it again and he stops. It's quite a system for sure. I got a real kick out of it.
This is a unique situation right here. They tie this rope to the driver's wrist. So when we see something, we pull on it and the driver stops the truck.
This one's working better to the radius. We tried with radius a couple times and
what can I say? I mean, it works.
only in Mexico.
This segment brought to you by Jim Bowes Archery.
Tell you what, those rabbits can haul ass. We're in the middle of 12,000 hectares of land. If you're not sure how much land that is, that's a boatload. There is property as far as the eye can see, from mountain range to mountain range, all the way across this place. There's some flat area, some rolling hill area, just different locations and different spots. Currently, you know, we're hunting in camp with some good friends that we met. There's maybe 4 guys hunting here, including myself, and we don't even see each other. So it's a big ranch, and the way we're doing it, again, very unique with the trucks and the high racks.
Now we're trying to stalk around in this truck, and the rubber tires hit.
We're looking for desert mule deer here in Sonora today, and we saw a few does and a few small little spike bucks this morning, but nothing substantial just yet. So we've come up onto a high hill here that gives us a really good look at this, almost this whole north end of the ranch. So just laying the glass to it right now, and hopefully we could spot one bedded up underneath one of these trees. It looks like almost drainage, but this is the desert. There's not much for water here, so they got a few water stations on this ranch, as well as a few protein feeders, but it's hot too. As soon as the sun comes up, I mean, it's cooking, so I don't think there's going to be a lot moving during the day. It's definitely different being on the high rack. I don't think I could hit a cow in the ass from up here, the way everything shakes around, and just overall feels very awkward. So just kind of adjusting right now.
Hay que dejar a un lado los Charlie.
What happened here? Yeah.
It's broken, but you know, 2 seconds, 350, 360 yards.
Really?
Yes.
Off the
2 seconds.
the rack?
3 seconds. From here to the house,
Yeah.
3 seconds.
Es el ingeniero Ricardo. ¿Le pegaste en la nariz?
No, pues lo venimos siguiendo 2, 3.
Sonríe para el TV show.
En tubo.
Ahí va, I'm happy to each all hunters kill mule deer, because no matter what size is of the mule, the hunt is the more important here. And he's a good buck. It's not a monster one, but it's a good old buck. So, and my friend is happy, so everybody's happy. No. Están las potrancas aquí, las yeguas y los.
Delacho!
Tun, 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 tun.
Shoot that
Beef
one!
jerky.
Well, you're gonna eat that one tonight. We're on top of the high rack here in Sonora, Mexico, here with my good friend Hugo. Hugo, say hello to everyone.
Hello, my friends.
We're look out. We're not sure how this is all gonna go. Pretty unique again to me up here on the high rack. It's definitely not a stable shooting position for me, so I'll be lucky to hit anything, but with any luck we'll maybe fire a bullet at one. They say if you get off the high rack, the deer just take off, gone. And once you get down, you can't see anything because the brush is so thick. So when in Sonora, do as the Sonorans, hunt from the high rack.
Yep.
So there you have it.
One of the super fortunate things about hunting here with HRB Game Outfitters, they're not restricted just to the desert sheep alone. They have Coues deer ranches, mule deer ranches, so phenomenal ranch here, phenomenal crew, from the meals that we've had to the accommodations, hot showers. It's been a blessing to be in this camp and to have the opportunity to stay in Sonora and hunt these mule deer.
Very good ribs.
Finally, you eat Mexican meat.
This segment brought to you by Seek Thermal.
Yeah, take it. Let's see what we find here. I sent Jose Luis to throw some rocks in the middle of the canyons, but no lucky here. So we need to move again.
On Hugo's Mule Deer Ranch here, he has a number of feeders and water stations. So you have to remember, I mean, this is the Sonora Desert. I mean, there's nothing around for water unless it's man-made. They're putting out little deer pellets here. I think it's protein pellets that'll keep the deer healthy. What he's done that's different than a lot of the ranches next to him, he's put protein feeders out in various locations. He's also got a lot of water tanks here that pump from a central station just down the ranch road, and it really helps out the deer. I mean, not only for their well-being, but it brings the deer in. I mean, there's a lot of deer here. Heading back to the casa to have some scallops. I'm getting fried scallops for me and for me only, and everybody else will be eating this thing they call ceviche, which is basically where I come from, raw and nasty. Yeah, my love for the ceviche is not there actually. It doesn't even exist, my love for raw, smelly fish or mussels or whatever it is, I don't know. And I anticipated that I might be in trouble a little bit with the food. Number one, I don't do hot. Number two, everything I eat is plain. Number three, yeah, I'm a meat and potatoes guy, and that's about it. So you get down here and everything is this stuff they call ceviche, and I know I sound like an idiot because everybody at home knows what that is except me, but it's ceviche, it's raw fish, they were eating octopus the other day, raw, and loving it. So, but for me, I was, you know, in the back of the car eating the crackers when that was going down.
Some shrimp here, fresh ones, and scallops with pepper, onion, and lemon. And some cookies.
You know, all in all, the food's been really great here, and they've been very accommodating. I mean, from steaks, hamburgers, to no onions for my stuff, and everybody else gets onions, you know, just very accommodating, and I'm grateful for that. Oh, my passion for the Mexican music runs very deep, you know. It's in my blood. And I don't really understand a word they're saying, but I mean, that's some serious toe-tapping music right there.
Here, boys.
Yeah, you know, the first 2, 3, 4 days of mule deer camp here, every day, same routine, get up early in the morning, get in the high rack and start cruising, you know. At about 10:30, it becomes blistering hot, what I consider blistering hot, probably 30 degrees here. And you come back to the casa, the house here, have a coffee and a bite to eat, and maybe have a siesta until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you hit the trails again. The first 3-4 days of that, we were seeing a lot of does, some small bucks. One of our friends shot a pretty good muley buck in that period of time. And but for us, we just weren't having the luck. We weren't seeing any mature deer.
No, horses.
This segment brought to you by Stealth Camp.
There's an abundance of wildlife here on the ranch. This ranch particularly, the only thing that we can hunt as far as big game is the mule deer. There's a ton of small game. There's coyotes, rabbits. I mean, if you ever had an inkling to come and hunt rabbits in Sonora, Mexico, trust me, this is the place. Okay, last morning of the hunt here in Sonora, Mexico with my good friend Hugo. And gonna try to track down a mule deer here. It's been a little slow, but it's been very hot too, so we're getting out crack of dawn here this morning, back in the high top, and hopefully we find a monster.
Of course.
Burro
Grande.
Grande.
Burro Grande.
Fantastico.
That's what we're looking for.
So we're all the way up to the end, of course. It's the 11th hour. That's how my hunts go. We get up this morning, and to be honest with you, I didn't have high expectations. I'd seen, the buck we were after. And we get out there, we start cruising, maybe about an hour of cruising around, and all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. And Hugo starts hollering and pointing, and he's pulling on the reins of the driver, and the driver's backing up. And where? Next thing I know, I look over, and here's this beauty.
Dale. Ahí párate. No, dale más. Espérame. Para atrás.
You see one?
Yeah. Párate.
Oh, yeah. Did he go down or?
Yeah. I think you got it.
I seen him go this way here.
Yeah, he's walking that way. You see that rack?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a big one.
It looks pretty good.
He's walking down. So.
All right, well, last morning here in Sonora, and we haven't been having much luck. Been pretty sick, stuffed up and coughing for the last 5 days, but right here last morning from the high rack, we spotted a decent buck. Only had seconds to take a shot, and I think we hit him good. Unfortunately, I think we missed it on camera, so we're just about to try to do a follow-up. We're gonna go in, look where we shot him, see if we can find some blood. Guys are gonna stay in the high rack just so they can point us out to where we were when that deer was hit, and then we'll call them in and start tracking it from there. So with any luck, he wouldn't have went far. Felt like a good shot, but we'll see.
Squeeze off the round, and I hear the hit, poof, and the deer runs down. I didn't even have time for a second follow-up shot. I'm sitting in the high rack. I mean, I don't know if I was shaking that much or the truck was still running, but I was shaking. A little unsure of what went on. I knew kind of what happened in my head, what I just saw, but I mean, again, all that fast. He did a high back leg kick, which I didn't even really see. Hugo said he saw him do that. But once he said that, I knew it was hit hard, and it was just a matter of time. You got him!
Very Woo! It still looks dead.
Nice job, brother. Good. Oh yeah, he looks like an old buck, eh?
Yeah.
Boy, we walked. How did he get here? The truck was right there. Oh yeah. They ever neat looking. Heavy horned, eh?
Yep.
Nice brow tines. Little crab claws in the front. Thanks, Hugo.
Okay, my friend.
Last day.
Last day.
It's so thick in here. I can't believe that we didn't see him from the truck, from the high rack. But you can't even see the high rack from here.
I knew that something's gonna happen today.
You had the feeling, eh?
Yeah, I feel it. And Jose told me this morning, but I told him, yeah, don't say nothing.
Well, I've been
better don't say nothing about it.
I've been sicker than a dog for the last 5 days, and we've been hunting every morning, every afternoon. Too hot really during the midday.
Yeah.
It's 30 degrees Celsius here. And just happy to put a tag on one last morning.
Yep.
Sonora.
Tags on the ranch.
Yeah. Check one off the bucket list. Sonora, Mexico.
Yes, sir.
That's it. This is our last interview before we hit the highway and head to the airport. So want to thank Hugo and his whole crew. And I just want to thank Sonora, Mexico for having us. I mean, what a beautiful place filled with great people and great culture.
The Edge is sponsored by Seek Thermal, Prime Archery, Cabela's, Hornady, Vortex, High Mountain Seasonings, Browning, G5 Outdoors, Stealth Cam, Grizz Targets, Hawk, Jim Bowes Archery, Driving Force, The Enforcer, Plano Field Locker, On the Money, and Outdoor Edge, makers of the sharpest, strongest replacement blade knives.
What's he doing?
I don't know. Bull rating.
It's not working.
Not much of a cowboy. No.